Hi, welcome to the Super Bowl 45 pregame show. Alright, Justin's not here today, but we're going to have the show anyways. Alright, good Super Bowl or a boring Super Bowl? Justin, or Jared, what do you think?
Yeah, see, everyone expected Justin to be here. I think it's going to be a good Super Bowl, because I cannot remember in the last 5 years, 6 years, where there's been a Super Bowl I haven't been able to really predict. Actually, the whole playoffs has been that way. So I think it's going to be a very tight Super Bowl. Very competitive. Anyone can win.
As far as points-wise, I don't think, that's why I'm picking it to be sort of a boring Super Bowl. Only because of the two top defenses in the league. I mean, how much points can they score? Probably like max, not over 30. I mean, what do you think, Nakia?
I'm kind of iffy on this one too. I don't think it'll be a great game, but I think the Steelers are going to come to play, and it'll be, I think, like you said, it's going to be a good defensive game.
All right, so who has the edge? Offense, a lot of injuries. Jared, what do you think about this?
Well, I mean, you got to understand this. The Pittsburgh Steelers, they only have 3/5 of their original starting line. Jonathan Scott and Flozell Adams, they weren't even starting at the beginning of the season.
Jonathan Scott and Bill.
Yeah, Jonathan Scott, former Bill.
Yeah.
And the big story, as I'm sure most people know this week, Huntley's going to be out for the Super Bowl, which means Doug Legurski is going to have his first ever start in the Super Bowl, and he's the center, so that's going to be a huge impact there. But in terms of who has the edge between the offenses, that's what you were asking, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I would actually have to give the edge, believe it or not, despite the line issue, to the Steelers, only because I believe that their receivers show a little bit more consistency with Hines Ward and Mike Wallace, and I also believe that having Rashard Mendenhall in there all year has really given them good consistency for the Pittsburgh. So I'm going to go with their offense, actually, to have the edge.
Okay, Nakia, what do you think about this?
I actually agree with that one. One, because Pittsburgh has been here before. A lot of the players that are playing with them have been in this situation before.
All right,
it's nothing new.
Let me say this. The same thing that happened last year. Everyone said, oh, the Colts been there before, and Saints beat up on them, so.
True. But, I mean, Pittsburgh has been consistent, pretty much, the last couple of years.
The whole team already has Super Bowl rings.
Right. There aren't too many people, like you said, that weren't here before. I think the Steelers are a little different team than the Colts. To me, the Steelers are good on both sides of the ball. Their offense and defense is pretty good. So I'm kind of giving the edge to Pittsburgh, just because Aaron Rodgers, even though he's had a great season, he's still 2-3 years as a starter. He hasn't been a starter a very long time, but this could be a big stage for him. And then he has Finley still out.
Yeah.
And he was one of his good receivers. So I think he might, even though he's been surviving without him, I think this would have been he probably would have been more comfortable if he had him there.
Yeah, so the Steelers have 48 people on their roster starting in the Super Bowl, or that are on their roster right now that has Super Bowl rings, and the Packers have 2. So it's a pretty big difference out there. That's why you guys are picking.
I do think the Packers, though, between James Starks and Brandon Jackson, and they have Greg Jennings. They have some good stuff going on, definitely. I just don't think it compares to the Steelers.
All right, defense. Who got the edge? I mean, stats-wise, what is it? Points per game. It's 14 for the Packers, or 14 for the Steelers, and 14.5 for the Packers. So that's 1-2. I mean, so who has the edge at defense?
I'm still going with the Steelers on this one. I think the Green Bay defense, they kind of got a mix. They got a couple of old guys where you got Charles Woodson, but then you got A.J. Hawk, who's been great. So they kind of have a mixture of the young and the old. But I think overall as a team that Pittsburgh is better. They've had people in and out of their lineup pretty much all year, but they've stayed consistent with it. So that's why I'm giving Pittsburgh the edge on this one.
All right, Jared, how about you?
I'm actually agreeing with Nakia. I'm going to go with the Steelers having the defensive edge as well, mostly because of their linebackers. They have you got Woodley, Ferrier, Lawrence Timmons, James Harrison. Four big names right there. They could start, any of those guys could start any team, and that's why they're all starting to do it. But what I'm trying to say is, I look at the Packers, and I see, they got A.J. Hawk, they got Clay Matthews, but, just strength versus strength. I see every player on the Pittsburgh Steelers has a name in the defensive side of the ball. Packers can't say the same. So they're both really good defenses, like you said. It's going to be a defensive battle, you believe. So, but I'm still going to go with the Steelers.
And I'm going to go with the Steelers too, because then the only reason is Paul Mo. That's my only reason.
Yeah.
He makes that defense go, and if he's not on the field, they're a completely different defense. It's just true. I mean, if he's not in the Super Bowl, then I would say that the Packers would win. I mean, I don't know if I'm going to say that, but I mean, yeah, who's got the edge on coaching here?
Oh crap. I'm gonna have to go with Tomlin. He's won 2 Super Bowls already. I think it's a hands down. If you win 2 Super, well, no, I'm sorry, no, he's won 1 Super Bowl. What am I talking about? But Carl won the other one. But my fault. But yeah, you won 1 Super Bowl already. You're gonna have the better edge. You've had a consistent good team every year. You gotta go with Mike Tomlin.
All right, how about you?
I'm with you. The same with
Stop agreeing with each other.
I know. I didn't really plan on this. I really thought we were going to disagree.
I mean, I like the Steelers. Well, I really don't like them, but since they're in the Super Bowl, then out of the 2 teams that are left, of course, then I'm going with them, and they're the AFC team. I'm kind of biased, but I think, like you said, he does have the edge. He knows how to motivate the guys, and they want to win. And I'm not saying that Green Bay doesn't want to win, but I don't know if they have that same kind of drive throughout the whole entire team.
They really have the winning mentality. I mean, that's like what that franchise has done. They've only lost 1 Super Bowl that they've been. I mean, all the Super Bowls they've been in, they only lost 1.
Right, and it comes from the top. If the winning doesn't come from the top, it's great if the players have that attitude, which going Green Bay they seem to have. But I haven't heard, a lot from the coach, and that's not saying that he's not giving them that same edge. But when you got a coach that's, basically saying we're gonna go in and we're gonna win this, like he told the guys after the game where they said the president wasn't going to the Super Bowl, he was like, well, if he's not gonna come to us, we're gonna go to him. Basically saying we're gonna win, so we're going to the White House. So I think he's giving them the edge.
All right, a little bit off Super Bowl talk, but is this the last game we'll see in a year and a half? Big talks about the lockout next year. I think it's personally going to happen. Jared, what do you think about this?
I mean, you think the lockout's going to happen?
Yes, I do.
I have to agree with you on this one, Sean. I do believe this will be the last game we see in a year and a half. I know there's $1 billion in revenue, but every report I've heard says that they're not going anywhere with these talks. So I haven't seen any progress. There might something magically happen in the month of February. Valentine's Day is during February. Maybe they'll feel the love. But I'll tell you right now, I don't see it happening. I think hold on to this game because we have to wait till 2012 to see the next one.
All right, Nikki, what about you?
I'm hoping that it does not happen, especially since I just got my stuff in the mail about renewing my season tickets. I really would love, if I'm getting season tickets, I don't want to see scrubs. So I really would like them to get this together, and it's kind of like, it's like a catch-22. The players, they want a lot, but they're given a lot also. So I'm hoping that this is not the end for another 2 years, because that would just be terrible.
It's billionaires versus millionaires there. Big fight. We lose in the end, it seems like. All right, now let's do our picks for the Super Bowl. And my pick for the Super Bowl is the Steelers 27-24. Yeah?
I'm going with the Steelers also, but I'm going 31-23.
High score, right?
Yeah, I know. Lots of high scoring for the defensive game we've both talked about. Based on the mathematical formula I derived,
Okay.
I'm going with the Packers 24-17.
Oh.
Whoa. Bit of a blowout there. Okay.
What?
Yeah.
What's 1 touchdown?
I mean, you're saying that the Steelers are only going to score 2 touchdowns and hit a field goal. That's pretty unrealistic.
Well, I think it's going to be, this is what I think is going to happen. It's going to be defensively throughout the entire game, and then someone's going to have some sort of a defensive touchdown turnover.
Okay. All right. Thank you for joining us these last 2 years. We might not see you next year, or next season. But you will see the Bills draft preview show. They're still having a draft, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So we'll do that one.
Yeah.
And we'll see you then.
And hopefully we'll draft a running back.
Great. Go Bills.
Horrible.